Thankfully, it's going to hopefully offer us a path forward for further facilities to engage more of the community, more people around the meal brace area and beyond. And it's going to give us an area of space that we can look to develop into a first-class community facility, be it a 4G, changing room facilities and the like.
Is there demand for it?
Massive demand, not just from our organisation, but there's lots of junior football clubs in the area that are struggling for good quality training and playing facilities. It's been seen in our annual review that year on year that we are increasing participation numbers. One of the big areas of our growth is female football at the moment, like it is in the whole country. We have 4 female teams now that are all playing at different places all across the county, from Lillyshaw to Ludlow to Sundawn Sports Village, and they are all chock-a-block. I wouldn't say 24 hours of the day, but especially those key hours when children are off school at the nights, you really are struggling to get good quality facilities to develop better players.
So what makes the Greenhouse Meadow, Shrewsbury Town, the best venue?
Location. Obviously, you've got the backdrop of the football club, which is very nice. You've got ready-made parking facilities here as well. You've got somewhere that is open 24/7 practically. It's an area of town where the closest 3G is Shrewsbury College. And again, that is fully booked during the peak hours. You cannot get any extra time. Sundawn Sports Village is another 3G. So this area of town, I would say, the Meal Brace area, hasn't got a 4G facility that's open to the community.
So the little supermarket comes in, the footballers, the first team footballers, will move out to the new training ground in not so long a time probably. How many pitches will you have here? Can you expand? What's the situation?
We'll hopefully take over the training pitch, the current training pitch that the players are on. That would allow us to put a full-size 4G pitch on there, or look for the funding, I should say, for a full-size pitch. Again, because it's 4G, it doesn't matter too much about the space and whether you expand. Obviously, a 4G doesn't wear and tear like a grass pitch, so you can play hours and hours on that pitch, and you can cater for a lot more than 1 or 2 teams that a grass pitch can last for than you can with a 4G.
So more chance for little Johnny or little Joanna, perhaps, to become a top star starting at Shrewsbury.
Well, yeah. Selfishly, from our point of view, we've got, again, in our annual review that's out there in the public, one boy that has come from our programmes and gone all the way through to the academy at the moment. So he's on his first step up the ladder to hopefully be representing Shrewsbury Town. Dom Smith came to our soccer schools as well. So yes, it does help the football team. It does help the football club hopefully produce better players. But for us, it is more about the community and making sure that it's 7,000 unique participants that we're hitting a year now, that they have the best of facilities. It can't be about the professional footballers and the academy teams. It's got to be about the wider audience that we cover.
You're preparing for your 21st birthday, Shrewsbury Town in the community. What does the annual report say?
Hit some key figures, some eye-opening figures as well. A couple. One, like I've said, is the 7,000 unique participants during the 2015-16 season, which is a fantastic effort from the age of 4 to 94, I think, is the oldest participant we have on our extra time club. It shows a few case studies in there of people that are on our courses or our projects and where they've come from, and now some of them have progressed into work with us, some into full-time work, some into part-time. Some have progressed through a foundation degree onto a BSc. One great stat as well is since we started in 2008 as a charity, we have now invested over 1.4 million into the local community, which from a standing start is something that I know we're very proud of and the football club are very proud of, that we've managed to do that.
And where does that money go?
The actual money goes to obviously the running of the project. So facility hire is one that we pay for, staff wages, overheads, equipment, kit that people play in, footballs.
I went into
everywhere.
the hub the other day, Jamie, and there seem to be lots of very keen members of staff. You've got a lot of coaches now who go out and about too.
Yeah, I mean, you probably were in the hub. You didn't see half of them that are out working. We are 7 days a week now. There is something on every single day. We're still out. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning with breakfast clubs, and we finish at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night with inclusion programmes on council estates across Shropshire. So we do hit the full remit of women and girls, disabled participants. We've got over 80 disabled participants taking part in a weekly programme on a Monday evening at Sundorne Sports Village.
I've seen them actually. They've all got a smile on their face.
Yes, it is fantastic. It's something that, again, we've got lots of volunteers on that particular project that has grown and grown and grown. We're just lucky enough to have received over 55,000 from the Wembley National Stadium Trust to continue that for the next 3 years with a full-time disability officer. So we're also working in Sevendale School as well, assisting and providing curriculum time coaching in disability schools. We're also on the other side working within Sports Premium with schools and primary schools with our Reading the Game project and with our Champion School project that is growing and growing and growing. Again, we've received some great funding from the Premier League, and it is only continuing to expand, which is great. It can be a bit stressful at times, but it's great that we keep moving forward and we keep increasing what we do.
Jamie, I can see you just love your job.
It's brilliant. It is no day is ever the same. Everyone asks me to explain, and we've got our celebration event next Thursday, and it's actually quite nice to be bringing some people in, lots of videos and highlighting what we do for the community. And for me, on a selfish point of view, I can actually explain to people quite easily, this is what we do. When I do say we do a lot, we actually do.